Elias Pettersson is back. He's back, and he's getting goals again. Elias Pettersson strikes. He was dangerous the entire game. There are more players to the Canucks than just Elias Pettersson, but he's the one who caught my eye the most. He's the one who I believe had the biggest impact on this game that was not named Thatcher Demko. The Vancouver Canucks take a 4-2 lead over the Edmonton Oilers in tonight's preseason action. This is the third. It's the third game of the Vancouver Canucks preseason, and it wasn't really pretty for Canucks fans throughout the entire first two periods, at least. The Canucks didn't really have the best chances, not the best zone time, not the best control of the puck, and certainly not the best shots going throughout the first few minutes of the game, but they ultimately rally back, get 3 straight goals, and end up taking this one 4-2. And it was beautiful. A beautiful game. One big story that we should probably talk about, though. Let's get it right out of the way first. Injured. Is Quinn Hughes injured? He got high-sticked earlier in the game, and that was bad because he did miss time from that. But then afterwards, he did have to leave the bench again a second time, after kind of bouncing up and down on the bench, leaning on one side and the other side. And in all the shots of Quinn Hughes on the TV after his initial leaving of the game, it did look like he lost a tooth. I can't verify that, don't take me on my word for that, but from what I saw, it looked like Quinn Hughes was without a tooth at the halfway mark of the game, when he was at full teeth at the beginning of the game. I'm not really too sure on the validity of that, but that's what it looked like to me. Quinn Hughes and being injured. I hope that does not happen. I really hope that does not happen, but regardless, let's go over what we did see from Quinn Hughes. First of all, just we're on the subject of him, right? Quinn Hughes was an absolute dazzler in this game. I think it's been so long, and I'm not used to watching Hughes with the Canucks, that it was so weird, so refreshing to see a guy like Hughes who could just skate. He could just turn on a dime, open up his hips, use those edges to go into cool circular motions, and get by guys, deke his way by guys, control the puck and protect the puck so well in the offensive zone like Hughes can. And that was so cool to see. Obviously, he didn't lose a step. It's Quinn Hughes. The guy's an elite level skater already, and he's just gonna get even better as the days go on. But he had a pretty solid game. He had some pretty good opportunities to get some points too, which I thought were kind of thrown away by some of the teammates and some of the plays that they made, but overall Hughes had a good game when he was playing. But let's move on to a few other things here. So the first Canucks goal of the game is actually the first goal of the game in general, and it comes off of an opportunity that the Vancouver Canucks just kind of pulled out of thin air. Brandon Sutter is able to get the puck on a breakaway, and it's because he just follows the puck. I mean, the Edmonton defenseman has a little bit of trouble feeding it back to his other guy, and Sutter just pounces on that, goes forward. He gets slashed or tripped or whatever it was. He gets interfered with, and the penalty shot comes. It's Brandon Sutter one-on-one with the Edmonton goalie, the guy who's been pretty good with Bakersfield in the AHL, and Sutter dekes to the backhand ultimately and just patiently waits the guy out. Roofs it up high, 1-0 Vancouver in a game that the Canucks really shouldn't have been winning. Like, they were outshot, they were out-opportunityed, they were out-controlled, they just were behind the Oilers in every single statistical category that the Oilers should have had the lead after that first period, but they didn't. First off, because they gave off that penalty shot, and second off, because Thatcher Demko. Oh my goodness, what a performance by Thatcher Demko. The man is amazing. The man is legit. He is an NHL caliber goaltender, and I can't wait to see him split the starts with Jacob Markstrom. Thatcher Demko in that first period stopped all 14 shots that he faced. The Vancouver Canucks only had 4 shots in that period, and one of them was a penalty shot. I don't even think that counts as a shot on goal. I don't think it does, but 14-4 were the shots after the first period. Canucks were leading 1-0. After the game, Thatcher Demko had 35 saves out of 37 total shots. What a great performance by him. But let's go forward with this game here. The Oilers get the next 2 goals. It's Thomas Yurko and Patrick Russell. They're both pretty good plays, I'll say that. And the Edmonton Oilers eventually have the lead. It's 2-1, and the Vancouver Canucks are kind of angry. They're kind of angry. They kind of want a little bit more, and especially one guy in particular, Elias Pettersson, who's been on fire. He was on fire this entire game. I said Quinn Hughes looked good. Pettersson looked better. They were talking about it in the period intermission, Ian McIntyre and Dan Murphy. Just how Pettersson has been so good throughout training camp, impressing everybody from the players to the coaching staff to the media, getting that shootout win on the Forsberg move and everything, doing extraordinarily well in all the conditioning activities that the team is doing, and just being a beast. An absolute beast. And he was a beast in this game. He had the puck so much, and he was able to control the play at his own pace so much. Pettersson could have easily walked away out of this game with like 5 points if he just had better finishers playing with him, or if any of the other Canucks were in better positions to actually get the puck from Petey. Because Petey set up so many good chances, and he's Pettersson, right? Like, he was deking through guys like crazy. He can control the puck on the half wall all by himself. He doesn't need a team around him. If Pettersson was in a 1-on-5 situation, I think he'd probably be able to score like 1 out of 5 times. Like, he was that good tonight. And he gets himself a goal here. It's off of Michael Furland. It's a low shot rebound. It's the big classic. And Pettersson gets a nice goal through the 5-hole. Beautiful. Beautiful play. Pettersson didn't look happy to score. Like, he just looked, okay, step 1, score, okay, we're tied, good. He just looked like he was getting business done. He didn't celebrate, he didn't do any of that. Of course, it's the preseason, and he's not gonna, act like he won the cup over a preseason game, but I'm gonna do that because I'm a fan, and I haven't had Canucks hockey in months. Eventually, though, Brandon Sutter gets himself a goal. It's a minute after the first Pettersson goal, and it's a face-off win by Sutter. Goes back over to Pearson. Pearson to Edler. Edler's at the point, and a wide-open passing lane is right there for Brandon Sutter. Edler flexes the stick, throws it forward. Sutter is there to tip it in. Easy goal for Sutter. Second on the night. Pearson gets an assist. Edler gets an assist. And then Tanner Pearson, just later on, he just swipes the puck forward at the net, and he gets himself an empty netter. So that seals things up. 4-2 for Vancouver is the final score here. And it's a pretty good one. Pearson gets 2 points. Sutter gets 2 goals. Elias Pettersson had a goal. McEwen, Goldolbin, and Furlan had assists. This was the first game that we saw a lot of these new Canucks in action. We didn't see Bo, we didn't see Miller, we saw Tyler Myers though, and playing with Quinn Hughes, honestly, he looked pretty good. John Garrett had this one point on the broadcast talking about Tyler Myers, saying that he's a smart guy, he knows what to do, he's been in the league for so long, and I saw a lot of that throughout this game here. Tyler Myers just making the smart play, holding onto the puck, using that big frame to control things and make things go his way. I saw that a lot, and I was really pleased with what I saw, especially as a guy who was paired with Quinn Hughes. Hughes made a few mistakes out there where he had to force the other guy on his pairing to really control the play for him, and that only happened like once or twice, but when it did happen it was noticeable, and Myers was there to recover, so that was really awesome to see too. Other than that though, we had a few other guys in the lineup. Tyler Grayovac was there, Arsenault was there, Ferraro was there. They played solid. I don't want to call them out or anything, it's just guys who nobody is really expecting to make the roster full time. But other than that, we had some pretty good defenders also having their moments. Alex Biega was out there. Total bulldog. Total bulldog. Head of steam, head of speed. He was speeding out there like it was no tomorrow, and I really liked what I saw from Biega. I thought Chatfield had a really good game too, but for the most part, the big MVPs for this one, Sutter, Pettersson, Demko. I loved what I saw from all three of those guys. And Sutter, it was mostly just him getting a penalty shot and being at the right place at the right time, but he was effective nonetheless. Pettersson was effective everywhere, and Demko was an absolute brick wall. I don't care if he led in two, he was sharp, he was pristine, he was where he needed to be, and overall, I think a normal goaltender at the NHL, they wouldn't stop all the shots that Demko stopped tonight. He was just on fire, and he was doing really, really great things. The bottom line is, though, I hope Quinn is not injured. Quinn Hughes, please be fine. Pettersson, you're still amazing. And the Canucks ultimately take this one 4-2 at home. Quick announcement, I'm not going to be able to talk about the next game right away. I'm going to be doing Richmond Sockeyes live broadcasting Thursday night, so we'll see what happens then with the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Socially, I'm Cyanide, and bye.